Hello everyone, welcome back to Tales of Arise. So last time, we managed to get Shionne back. She's got an interesting new outfit that I'm pretty sure chat enjoys. And we're about to confront what seems like it should be the final boss. I'm sure everything will work out exactly as you expect. Don't care, game.
This area is the grandest looking of the lot.
Also, I didn't touch
And not
any
a
of the
single
costumes
soldier
for
in
this
sight.
stream because I've been busy playing Dynasty Warriors 9 still.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Voron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We can do that in another stream blind. I can put everybody in their, like, matching DLC costumes. We can make everyone Japanese. Alright, let's go confront him. Knock knock, Volron, I'm here. And can I just say, I really appreciate this dude's throne. Also, look, he's got one of those assistants, too. You can barely see her.
Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard! He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
They
Why
would
are you
really
coming
help.
after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest?
My ambition, you say?
His assistant doesn't fucking move, though. She's just gonna stand there.
I have no ambitions.
So yeah, this will be a running thing, you'll see. Volron will refuse to explain fucking anything.
Everything was mine to control.
He's just here, and he's an edgelord, and
Your life!
live with that.
I'm happy to see you. What the hell that's supposed to mean? A lonely, watery grave is all the burial you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life of your body myself.
So all this, kidnapping Shionne, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time?
I would not expect you to understand the tedium that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad rambling. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved!
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you.
So yeah, for right now, he's just edgelord, he dances around. Fights kind of similarly to Elfin, actually.
I owe you one for that.
Time to let it rip!
Entertain.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! Steel Force!
I owe you one.
Raging Cascade!
Take this.
Oh, right, he does quick bullshit.
Enjoy. I'm not done. Take this.
Look, he just won't stay still. If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
I mean, I tried that once, didn't really work.
Take this. No!
I like these little scripted scenes they do in battle sometimes. They don't do them nearly often enough.
Did we get him?
He's open. Let's go!
Thanks. I'm ready.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Is that
Let me
it?
help.
Okay. I owe you one. Swallow blade.
Let's keep planning.
Now this is
This
enjoyable.
looks bad. We've got to stop him.
Do we?
This one's yours.
Take this.
What's wrong? Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Eyes on the ground. Here it comes.
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either.
I mean, I'm just gonna run in circles and he's just gonna slowly chase me.
Take this.
Too fast.
Stand back. I'll trip it out.
Freezing storm.
Here I come.
Their arts were interrupted.
Here. No further.
I owe you one for that.
Do you require a hand? Try harder. Here I come. Try harder. Not a
This
chance.
one's mine.
Not a chance. I'm not done. Here. You're mine. I owe you one. Take this.
I did for the longest time, Cyan, but once you get a certain one of them, it makes battles so much fucking easier.
I'm not done.
So like for the second half of the game, I use them a shitload. And I've been trying to use them more in this playthrough.
Thanks.
Going in.
Take this.
Going now.
This one's mine.
Here. No further.
Let me help.
Strike.
First aid.
Take this.
Tiger blade.
I'm not done.
Here's evil.
You're mine.
Raging cascade.
Okay.
This one's mine.
Here goes.
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
Yeah, I don't have it unlocked just yet, but the one you get with
Now this is
Raining with Raining Slash, Incineration Wave is really fucking strong. Like would do a quarter of his health in one hit strong.
entertain me. Now, are you ready to entertain me?
Also, Agni, never. I have no idea if he scheduled it later or not. I doubt it though.
None shall escape my judgment.
Yeah, I fucking couldn't care less about Elden Ring.
I appreciate the help. Shield.
Just like that.
Spin.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Alright, that was nice and simple. I'm sure that's it.
Got him. It's all over. Vol Run. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now!
Yeah, I'm sure it's that simple. He's just gonna stop, because he looks like a reasonable sort.
You think this is over?
What? Who do you think you are?
Oh look, he's got magical bullshit sovereign powers too. That's why he's been angry at Alphen this whole time.
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alphen's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we've witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
I love how stupid that giant cannon looks for Xion.
Bow before your sovereign. What the hell are
So yeah,
you?
phase 2.
Sweet your ignorance must be.
Also, use one of them. I'm gonna need it.
Not being the only sovereign. That's why you're after me, isn't it?
There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength.
Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin?
Sin is
So yeah, he's just butthurt that somebody else has the same special powers that he does.
No one did.
He said OC Donut Steal, and he thinks Alphen stole it.
you are but a mote of dust in the light.
I'm through taking orders from tyrants.
Unfortunately, I can't move because I keep getting fucking stunned.
Here I come. Lead.
Look sharp!
Mirage. Dragon Swarm.
Igneous Discard!
Try this.
Grounded Pound!
Explosive ring.
Igneous Discard!
Try harder.
I don't feel so hard.
You should sit this one out.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Blow away.
Let me help.
Try
now.
this.
Look sharp!
Yeah, with like he gets new moves when he does this. He has the same regular sword attacks, but he does a bunch of elemental magic too.
Here I come. Lead. Try harder.
I'll take you all!
It's more annoying than anything.
Flare Demolisher!
Will this help?
You're mine. Ready to unleash lightning.
Guardian Field!
Bow before me.
Oh, cool. I can't interrupt that.
Shield and
Impudent. Unleash lightning. Now. You're mine. This one's all mine. You picked the wrong fight.
Tiger Blade!
Power blade.
Think you can fly?
I'll smash you.
Glacial
You're
Power!
mine.
Tiger Blade!
Dragon Swarm.
Here's a healing
Try
arc.
harder. You're mine.
I owe you one for that.
Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Know your place.
Yeah, no, seems like every time, Pavel, you show up, there's some wrestling news to talk about. Yeah, Cesaro is finally a fucking free man. Goddamn, am I excited.
Shield about to attack!
We need to stop him. All others shall be banished. Try harder. Now. Now. This is looking good. Flame inside me.
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
I mean, if it's his true power, it wasn't actually all that impressive.
Try this.
Look sharp!
I'll smash you.
Tiger Blade!
Take this. Unleash
I
lightning.
let my guard down.
Stay away from my friend. Blow away.
I'll bring you back. Just a bit. I can't heal you forever. May a thousand gales. Here
You're
goes.
mine.
Shit.
You picked the wrong fight.
I just whiffed on that.
Not on my watch. Tempest
Here I
Warrior.
come.
A new landmark. Tempest Warrior. More where that came from. Here goes. Take this. There.
Wretched worm. No.
Everyone together!
I'll shoot him down.
Alpha.
Annihilate.
This one's mine!
It's over.
Ready and clear. I'll smash you! I shall be the ruler of all things!
There we go.
Consider yourself finished.
Is ice always part of water? Usually. In other Tales games, it's a combination of water and earth. Now let's see who can out-special the other one. Man, putting him in the white costume is a good idea for this. I mean, there's some bullshit strength behind it, Cyan. Like why Alphen can fucking teleport.
Come on now. What do you think you can do?
Yeah, he can teleport in battle. Also, for the first and only time in his life, Alphen will dual wield. And steal a move from Luger, because he knows Luger is the best Tales protagonist. Well, he is currently full of fire. That's not good for a person. And he dropped his MacGuffin.
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so we done it. We killed all the bad guys, we got the we got all the MacGuffins. How do we make it into the Ultra MacGuffin now? And what exactly do we do with it to get rid of the thorns? You know, I gotta say I'm impressed. The opening of the game didn't actually have this as a scene.
Master Course.
Because goddamn, do Tales games love
It
having
is said that
massive
bringing all
spoilers
the
in the
Master Cores
openings.
together in one place should form the Renaissalma.
Although this game does something unique with that, actually, to avoid that
Now we put
too
Shion's
badly.
with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
Yes, you've seen this before. Nice camera angle, thank you.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
But we got all 5 of the MacGuffins.
Can't
This is
be.
supposed to work.
So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Oh fuck, she can fly and teleport as well. Hey, Lamau. Oh no, she was important. Oh, and Shion has magic bullshit powers too.
What? Shion, her you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
And it didn't work because there was a secret sixth MacGuffin that was dark.
Is that darkness? A Dark Master Core?
Renaissance?
Yes, Algren, we had a Light Master Core. It was the second one we got.
It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
Just what?
Yeah, but there's 6 elements, so that's what matters. I wouldn't say that exactly, Cyan. Standard, like, beat the game level for Tails is anywhere between, like, 60 and 80. Also, props to Alphen not just standing there looking at her. Nah, his first instinct was like, oh god, I can move now, stab her in the face.
Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
Oh right, there's another planet. Also, yeah, this game does something unique to avoid having massive spoilers in the opening. It has a second opening, enjoy. I'm actually kind of bummed. This is the opening that plays every time you open the game from now on once you get here, no matter if you delete your existing save. And I prefer the original opening, but... eh. Hey look, it's a boss fight I won't do, because it's post-game and it sucks. I already 100% of the game once. Not doing it again. So yeah, a lot of things showed up there. Alphen and Xion look like they get new costumes. We find an ancient spaceship. There's some giant monsters. There's a bunch of Alamaus. A lot to process.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Haros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later.
A few month time skip in the middle of a Tales game is
Still had so
pretty
many
fucking
questions.
standard.
The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renis Alma, the present and the past of 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat.
Oh yeah, we were so distracted by the Alamau, Volron's body just went missing.
I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Presumably the Elamaus took it. Romnock, I've been asking for that for fucking years now.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
So yeah, they
Need
just
something?
stayed here for a month instead of, you know, telling the rest of the world everything.
It's about that citizen's
Because they wanted
petition.
to actually
I
help
was
the
coming
people
to
get
talk
back
to
on
you
their feet.
about it. If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Danans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw
Dark
how
Elf,
things
a
were
lot
in
of things
Renancia.
happened.
We might have put way too much faith
You might
in
just need to go
Zohar,
back and watch
but
it.
at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Danans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence?
Edgelord got stabbed and was full of fire, but his body went missing.
It'd be nice if this was a
Elamaus
step
took
towards
it.
that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off. in
Which
the
I know
end.
sounds like a shit post, but it's not.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now.
Also, why
and
the
take it
fuck would
from
they
there.
clean the throne room? It's not like Alphen just became king. Who cares?
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me?
They did, however, break his bitchin' throne, which is a shame.
Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right, got it.
That's not actually all that useful. God, I meant to go check when the fuck do I get Incineration Wave?
Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
So yeah, one very, very unfortunate thing over the past month, which will get established when we go talk to Shion. Her and Alphen haven't actually talked about things in this month. They have made no progress. Also, these waterfalls stop, so we can go this way. Why didn't they talk about things? Because Shion's being weird. It's entirely her fault. This is a neat looking area, at least. It reminds me a lot. There's a, the place where, like, the final boss before the time skip happens in Tales of the Abyss. It reminds me of that area. At the bottom of the absorption gate. I doubt any of you in chat know what I'm talking about. The Maiden is the other part of some ritual that they needed the Sovereign for. Shion's ancestor, who's the one who
Is
put the
something
mask on
going on?
Alphen, was the Maiden.
Sounds like it. Kisara wants
back
us all
then.
to meet at the castle entrance.
All we know is it's required for some ritual that they do.
Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So,
Yeah, it's because she's supposed to have a big skirt.
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Well, you don't know that.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed.
Yeah, don't worry about
For
that,
all
Dark
we
Elf.
know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now.
No, it really isn't.
Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
I did tell you, Chad, this was the least lewd option for this costume. And the only one I could use on YouTube.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
It's convenient that this was here for that.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come
Why am I still
closer,
streaming this on
you'll only
YouTube?
end up
Because it's
getting
easy.
hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget.
Yeah, I
I
don't
said
understand
anything,
because you will
okay?
never explain
If it is in your
anything,
thorns,
woman.
Does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Having already been through the game once, Pavel, and seeing how everything ends up, it just makes some of this stuff more frustrating. So yeah, you can see she's just been weird about things this past month. And that's why they haven't fucked yet. You know, I was wondering when you would find that mod, Alguin. No, that's a mod. Although Cosmos has been a costume in other Tales games. There's a Cosmos costume for Judith in Tales of Vesperia. Because there's only 3 people in the world who fucking care about Cosmos. It's Alguin, my older brother, and one executive at Bamco who puts a Cosmos cameo in every single video game that he can. No, see, there's a difference, Scoops. People like you, or like Jen, you guys are just horny. For somebody like Alguin, though, or my brother, or this one Bamco exec, it's deeper than that.
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever.
Yeah, so we killed
We
all
have
of the
no idea
lords,
what
or
happened to Volron's
befriended
body,
one of them and
nor its
killed the rest.
whereabouts. The
And
Red Woman also has yet to reappear.
the rest
for
of the
that
Renans
matter.
haven't actually done anything about it.
And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Yeah, because it was alien
Speaking
bullshit.
of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained.
Yeah, because that was
It may
really
well have been the
convenient
work
to
of
let me
your
keep
maidenly
this sword.
powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use
This is
the
really
sword.
just hand-wavy
And
bullshit
the
so we can
sword
keep
is
the
safe
sword.
inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
I mean, I'm assuming that's the Awkward Zombie Bravely Default comic. And they did finally explain stuff, it just took a few time loops. Or dimensional loops, as it were.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
Alright then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
Near this loud as fuck waterfall so we can barely hear you.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
So yeah, the people here are still weird robots who can't think for themselves for the most part.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that.
Don't yell at people with autism.
So you
Or
have
do.
your
It's
rations,
usually
and
more
enough
amusing.
food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Oh no, somebody is intentionally manipulating the autistic.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We
What a
need
shame.
to investigate the castle.
Magnificent. To think that we could ever amass such a stunning array
Oh
of
right,
Ganon
because I carried
relics.
over the relics
What do you
from
think?
New Game Plus.
Not
So
a
we just get the
single piece missing.
we get the fucking
Indeed.
end game
You
skit
and
for
Law
it
were
now.
especially diligent in finding them. You both have my gratitude.
So, this means you don't need to become treasure hunters, right?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I mean, that promise you were talking about earlier. You know, with Dohalim?
Oh, you mean the exhibit?
Exhibit?
Yeah. After collecting so many artifacts, we wanted to put them on display for people to see.
Renans have stolen so much Danon history. It feels only right to help revive it. However, the situation has changed. I think we should call off the exhibition.
Huh?
This collection deserves to have a permanent home. In other words, I propose that we open a museum.
Oh, that's a great idea!
I knew that you would agree. The relics seem to boisterously applaud the idea as well.
Not with that again.
Still, that's quite the elaborate
I don't know,
plan
some of the
that you
relics
hatched.
probably wouldn't like that.
Naturally. I
Yeah,
trust
considering
that
one
you'll
of them is a
handle the
giant
descriptions for each
Devil
item
Jin
well.
statue. The other is
Of course.
literally Soul Edge and
I've got
Soul
a lot of
Calibur.
research ahead of me.
In that case, we should erect a research lab for your work.
Really? That'd be great, Dohalim!
What kind of research do you think you can do?
More than you can, fists for brains.
He can't even
Thumbing
see,
through
don't blame him.
piles of books, looking up relic structure and material composition. Maybe even testing how they react to arts. And if necessary, I could always break them open and see what's inside.
Let's not get carried away here.
I'm just joking, of course. And you know, it'd be great if I could have an assistant. Someone who could run errands for me while I'm busy working.
Huh? Well, you know, I could.
It's good to dream big and all, you guys, but there's something you need to do first.
You're right, of course. There's only one thing we should be concerned with right now, and that is...
Cleaning up.
Yes, ma'am.
It seems like the
All
people
right,
here
Mom.
still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal
I like
with.
this city. It's big and dumb and ornate in a good JRPG way. Also, I think I've shown off the relics, but I can again. So a bunch of them are just references to other Bamco properties. Like I said, a fucking Devil Jin statue, Soul Edge and Soul Calibur. One of the monsters from fucking God Eater. There's your Cosmos reference. That's all you get in this game. And a couple of them are references to other Tales games as well. And your taiko drums. Just a fucking Pac-Man mural. Fucking Legend of Valkyrie, because Japs love it for some reason. It's gotta be referenced every place they can. And then these ones, which were DLC, they were just like, if you bought the game at launch, you got a bunch of these. Yeah, this isn't the only Katamari reference in a Tales game. In Vesperia, there was an attachment you could get that was just the prince, who would like hold on to your character's hair or arm.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them.
Alright, so
As
what I'm
for
hearing
Voron's
is
cronies,
we're useless
we've
at
no
everything
idea
except
where they
fighting.
scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
You see,
Fight isn't
you've
over
given
just
Law
yet.
a problem he can't
At least
punch.
not
He doesn't know
while
how to
Rengus
deal with
remains a
this.
threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Law's taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow.
A little bit,
He
Alden.
sounds
We got way too
really
used to
serious
him
about her
having
salt.
parts of his face
You can
covered.
always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Takes a while to get used to him without the helmet or anything. And, like, again, I mentioned this last stream, too. Like, they clearly intended for him to have the, like, the half mask as the main design. And then they moved everything else around that. Actually, you know what? I mean, I can put the glasses back on him. I can even technically put the mask back on him. However, it will not keep it for cutscenes. So it's kind of lame. He's got some other hairstyles too that don't really matter. This one's fine, but... There you go, you can be angry again.
Are you really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Law, just think of it this way. If we find the people we're looking for, you can punch them. Actually, speaking of... Reorganize my party. Yeah, no, instead Cyan, he gets to have the standard JRPG romance with Rinwell. Oh, hey, look, a soldier. You're not supposed to be here.
Very well.
Oh, Scoops, you probably don't know. I'll go see if we can visit them eventually. There's a side quest in Dohalim City, in the library. There's a girl there who's really horny about books.
Pardon me.
Oh, you don't recognize me, do you? Well, the problem with them is that, like, they're the more standard JRPG relationship. In any other JRPG, they would be the main character and the main heroine. And it would be really fucking annoying.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just Danins from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourselves.
This one's all mine.
Yeah, all these soldiers do. It made them really annoying to fight.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Alright, so there isn't an evil former slave here taking advantage of people, it's just a soldier.
Hey.
And the soldiers are just as robotically programmed as the people were.
You don't say.
Then how did we not notice them for a month? Are we all actually retarded?
Well...
Well, Dark Elf, it's... See, the standard JRPG procedure is most of the party is retarded, except for one character. And in this party, that's Dohalim. He's just more autistic than the rest of them.
Well?
How?
Oh, also, because of how strictly, like, hierarchy-based Renan society is, Dohalim is basically, like, number 2 in command of their entire culture. Only their king is above him. And that's the winner of the previous crown contest.
Oh, wow!
So it's really convenient we befriended one of the lords, because the rest of them kinda sucked.
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
This isn't actually all that retarded. It's just, it'll make more sense as we learn and get more glimpses at how Renans actually work as a culture. Not when they're just being the cops to to oppress the slaves. Which thankfully the second half of the game, that was definitely one of my biggest complaints playing this game the first time up to this point. And luckily the game will address that. Conveniently when it starts to expand on Dohalim more. Do we know anything about the current winner of the previous winner of the crown contest? No, not at all.
To unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
Because as far as the party's concerned, they don't care. Well, I mean, Shion and Dohalim should care, but they don't. Dohalim just wants to play music, and Shion's too preoccupied with the thorns.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
We'll see, Blind, that's the thing.
Indeed. Genneth Harrow
Basically
is unlike
every
Menancia.
Tales game has
Without
male-female
intervention,
pairs.
They'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a
Even
lot
the
of work to
most
be done
gay
in this
one,
realm.
even Zestiria,
Not that there aren't problems among the Danans.
has
too.
who is supposed to be an intended love interest for the main character.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the
That doesn't
deep-seated
stop the
conflicts that
Fujos.
had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Also, yes, they weren't
Had I
actually
not
in the castle the
intervened,
whole
yet
time.
more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
It's like their programming is starting to crack a bit, so they're starting to go through
what's going
the,
to happen to the Renans here now?
lean back on what they were doing.
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped.
Oh look, this guy's
Not
getting some
even
of his
for a
emotion
day.
back to be mad.
So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
Yeah, we're not done with that racism just yet.
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
No, it's the
What the hell are we
Alamaus.
fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's
We're fighting
what these
racism.
Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first
Every
place.
one of these cutscenes, I'm just looking at Shion.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
Yeah, but we already stabbed him, so it's fine.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
I don't have the power to
All
free
that
you
trouble
from
we
that
went through
yet,
to get rid
Cyan.
of the Lords
Although I've been
just
meaning to
leads
ask for
more
it. I need to
violence?
actually remember to do that. I should have
Last
admin
thing I want to
powers.
see happen.
I've just been lazy about
course
asking
not.
for it.
If
Craig
we
also
do
doesn't
something
have the power to
prevent
do
it all
that.
from
He would have to
starting up
convince an
again,
admin to
there
do
could
it.
be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans.
Oh, if it's
It'll all
a
be for
self-imposed
nothing.
torture, then like
So
you're on your
what
own,
exactly
buddy.
is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dahnans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim. but
Yeah,
we
if that
need to take
sounds
this one
terrible,
battle at
why
a
would you
time.
do that to yourself? I'd rather waste my weekend in a slightly more productive way and just play fucking 30 hours of Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires again. It's getting bad, and I can't stop. Well, it's not like the regular Dynasty Warriors 9 Gaia, it's Empires. And it's not open world anymore, but it's the same, like,
I don't
different
think we're done
controls
just
that
yet.
are weird, but I
want you
got
all
used to them.
Stick around a little longer. there might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for
Although I
yourself
did put
can be a
an
heavy
unhealthy amount of time into
responsibility
Dynasty Warriors 9 as
Yeah,
well.
It's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Yes, there is. Admins, well, whoever can edit the CSS, so it's admins, can forcibly set it so you're always set to the same team flare. That's why Mars, if you notice Mars during Cup Days, his name is forcibly changed to Cringing Mares, and he has the Pennzoil logo.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh yeah, this place doesn't suck anymore, so there's things around. Like an owl.
Hoo hoo hoo.
That owl's sad.
Hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest.
We had a guy who used to be sad. Now he doesn't have eyes.
Oh?
Also, it's Food Guy again. And Shion's just getting right to the point.
What?
Scoops, no. Stop having those thoughts.
Yes!
Just great.
What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
So 2 white, soft, fluffy things, stimulating powder, and wrapping meat. Got it.
Nice.
Right. Very nice. Yes! Got it.
Just a minute.
Yeah, Alvin can't be trusted to cook because he just makes everything too spicy.
Great!
What?
Yes!
I mean, he still probably just likes spicy food.
Great.
Hey,
Well, Scoops, that's how it starts. You're a VTuber fag now.
No way.
oh? Hey,
Sorry. How?
Amazing.
See, Scoops, all I'm hearing is that you've been an idle fag this entire time and you're only just now admitting it.
Yes. Hey. What? Very nice.
Now food guy fucks off. He's no wonder chef.
Alpin! Shion's stuffing bread with mabo curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Shion, you're hooked on that stuff.
Shion, you fat fuck.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
No, Scoops, but it does mean you're an idle fag and a VTuber fag now.
Well...
Scoops, it's Alguin posting it. Like, he does this every time he can. He is a VTuber fag.
Hey!
Because you cast Explosion, bitch. That's how this works. Anyway, this kid's saying he saw a giant monster outside he wants us to fight. I don't feel like fighting it.
Got it!
Huh?
See? This is how the VTuber fags work.
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
One of them says one thing once, and the rest of them fucking come out of the woodwork and just start making noises at each other.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to
Elfin,
me,
you
Shion?
haven't gotten into her yet.
Look,
That's the problem.
You're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to
Oh,
upset
Floppy, you
so
don't need to
much.
tell me. Tell Giddy
I
that.
really wish you would
Giddy
tell me.
refuses to believe
You don't
that there
need
is
to
a horse fucker to
apologize.
VTuber fag
You
pipeline.
didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
Yeah, and again, she's mad, but she won't explain why she's mad, because fucking women.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
Huh?
Well...
Boomies is the name of an enemy.
Yeah.
They're the little, like, weird, round flying things.
No way.
Huh?
Scoops, you stop that right now. Don't give them ideas.
Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
The heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our
See,
heads.
even Gaiev knows what that is. That means it's bad taste.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Yes. Oh, cool. Now we get another new set of weapons that I'm only going to make this one of. Yep, sure is. Red shield. Oh, cool. This is when he gets Tyrant Fist. I like that those just became Jude's weapon. No, I didn't bother getting max items for everything, but like I did every side quest, I fought every fucking monster. I got every item as far as I'm aware. I did everything there is to possibly do and like not have more content.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away. I wonder if something happened.
Actually, you know what? While I'm doing this, I can switch over to the other one. It's a gold sword now. And actually, the gold armor just doesn't look right with this. The copper one, or the silver one, looks a lot better. Or the copper one, honestly. Go with silver. I like the Hanneman shaft, so you can have that. And those fists still go with this outfit, so that's fine.
Oh, hey!
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Hmm?
Huh?
He wants to build, but he doesn't have stuff.
Huh?
That's just...
I guess...
Yeah.
See, this is exactly what I mean. For anyone in chat who doesn't believe me, when I said VTuber fags are just like horsefuckers, they act the exact same, this is what I mean. One of you was just like, oh, here's something tangentially related, I can post a VTuber now. And then everything just fucking devolves from there into VTuber discussion. It's how you fuckers operate, it's how horsefuckers operated before GR15. This is why VTubers need a GR15. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I've been saying it since it fucking started. God damn it, fucking Hiroshimoot, make me a mod on 4chan so I can enact these policies that the site desperately needs.
Law.
No, I don't want to be a Janny. Mod or nothing. Not having power is worthless. And Jannies don't have power. No matter how much power they think they don't have any power.
Huh?
Oh?
See, you'll know the day I actually get full mod rights on 4chan. Not because, like, I'll tell anybody. You'll, like, somebody will go on V, see the entire first 3 pages are public bans. That's the sign that I have become a mod.
All right!
Oh yeah, no, they did not do their best work on the hat. That fucking clear seam on the back of it.
I wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit.
Zess, I will not
You
ban
can
you
get
for saying
lost.
nigger, but I will ban you if you just post a webm of black people being black people in public on V and saying fuck niggers. Because that's not video games. Go to like 6 other boards to post that, not V. Also, this guy died.
No way! All right.
Let's go tell his mom.
Having to inform her mother her son died, isn't it? An easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Listen, if the purpose of the thread is for video games, sure, whatever. If it's just a fucking poll bait thread that you use something barely related to talk about, like, you're no better than the fucking VTuber fags I just yelled about a minute ago. At least the VTuber fags are doing it because you're horny. Like... Well, I mean, honestly, the poll fags are doing it for the same reason. No matter what any poll fag says, every single one of them is just horny for black dudes. It's all they talk about is black dick. Whether
Sorry.
black dick fucking white women, or just fucking black men now, because that's the new thing. Why do all of them just want to fuck black dudes?
Yes.
Also, this woman's still a robot, which is why she's so nonchalant about her son dying.
All right.
No, Polar are the very opposite of dead right now, Bulk. Polar in fucking
How did you think
overdrive.
of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zugos roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
No, see, if you just deleted Pol overnight, like, it would be like the QA thing where they just went and spammed Soy Jacks in every board, but they would never stop because there'd be more than 30 of them. Which is why the way to deal with Pol is make it so posting on Pol is a 24-hour ban from posting on every other board. You can still post on Pol, but it just adds 24 hours to your ban for every post. That's the way to deal with Pol. Oh yeah, no, K is triple fucked right now, because, like, there's a bunch of, like, just... Oh no, this is totally a K thread that's actually just a Pol thread.
I mean, other than them.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Don't care.
Yes.
Oh man, no, see, Hiss, there's always a fun game. Chat, what I want you to do right now, actually, go open up a tab, go open up Hiss, look at the catalog. I want you to count how many threads until you see one where the OP is Hitler.
What?
I bet it's actually double digits right now because of all the happening threads, but usually it's less than 5. No, Dohalim, they weren't allowed funeral customs. Slaves usually aren't. Oh, of course there is. Yeah, like, it's probably difficult to do that right now because of what's going on with Russia. That's impressive. Usually, like, you go on any other day where there isn't actually things happening, and it's usually, like, less than 5 threads until you see a Hitler. The Renos, nice typo there. Also, Rinwell's still a little racist, getting back to the game for a moment. Because family ties are inconvenient. They help people bond together, which is what slave owners don't want. Rinwell, we've worked through this already. That's not what's going on here. See, you know what's actually, like, surprising? V is, like, technically 50% on topic right now. Because, like, sure, yeah, there's a bunch of Russian threads, because of course there fucking is. That's just what happens. Anytime anything happens, a bunch of threads are made on V about it. But the rest of V is actually just about Elden Ring. And sure, those are being spammed to hell and back because people think it's funny and it gets them views. But it's at least a video game. I don't give a fuck about Elden Ring, but it's a video game. Some of the posting about Elden Ring is bullshit, yes.
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Yeah, you're both fucking nerds. Now stop yelling at each other. Well, actually, it's not yelling at each other. Rinwell, stop yelling at Dohalim. He's autistic and doesn't know what to do about it.
Good.
Right.
Oh, and -1 int. The worst thing is, that's probably not even all of them.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
That's one amusing thing about the hat, is that
I don't
it
know
just
if I would say
blocks
that.
fucking Hoodle in every skit.
I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when
It
I
would
started
have
hating
been
them
a
so
while
much.
before you would have the chance to
The
get all of
Renans,
them
I mean.
blind.
But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery.
You'd probably be at like the
the
point
ones
about
who never
having
even got
half
angry in
of
the
them if
first
you went and
place
got some of the
because it was
optional
all they
ones.
ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. Then again, losing your parents that way. Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did?
Great work, Jen.
I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Hold on, I need to alt-tab for a second so I can save that. There we go. So you get some scenes like that with Law and Rinwell where it's like, I don't mind that they're paired together as they are. And then for the rest of it, it's just kind of standard.
think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
Oh right, that was the other reason why they stayed in the realm for a month. There isn't actually a clear way to the other realms. They're pretty closed off to begin with, and also we only got here because of a shipwreck.
What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
How can you see? So yeah, that's Lenegis. The moon that's been floating. It's transforming into a fucking laser. Well, it shot something at Dana that grew roots and is sucking the planet. And then it's shooting the energy back up to Lenegis. Yes, basically Nanim. I made the joke when streaming Dragon Quest XI, but now it is seriously Tree of Might.
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
Yeah, they've realized the whole slave thing
But
has
why?
failed, so they're just
I
gonna
thought they
suck
only
the
needed
planet
to
dry.
harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You know, Blind, it's funny you
mean
mentioned
you
that.
don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she?
Oh, here's another thing that
Figured
gets
you knew who
dealt
she
with.
was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
So yeah,
sure.
she's been standing there
I
as an
remember
assistant
seeing
for all
her
the
with you
lords.
Back at Adelina Palace several times.
None of the lords
Everyone in
noticed
the
her.
guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif too. You saw her,
She's
right,
been there the
Shion?
entire game, and we're not even,
Shion?
like... It's
Oh,
not clear if you
sorry,
notice.
I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
So yeah, neither
certain
of the Renans
My
have
memory
ever
has
seen
never
her.
failed me.
So yeah,
But if
perception
it's not
filters.
that, then
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Heros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals.
Well, good
either.
thing something big just shook
Surely
the
there
planet.
must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
Yeah, I like that conversation because every time you see her in the background, when you
That
see
must
all of
be
the
Rena's
lords,
true
like,
power.
I imagine there would be something.
the game never draws
Not
attention
this
to her, and you
extent.
can completely
What's
miss her
gonna
every
happen now?
time.
We ask around.
I remember talking to one of my friends
Let's
when
do
they were
what we
playing
can.
this. They only saw her
When that wedge
once
dropped
the
down
entire
by
game.
Dan, did anyone else
Before
see any
that.
weird light shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so...
Also,
take a
yes,
minute.
4 lights of
For now,
the 4
let's
elemental
focus on
colors
one
that
thing
aren't
at a
light or
time.
dark shot out as well. Those might be optional bosses that I'm not doing because they're leveled for post-game. And fuck them. They suck.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
Well, because they're still robots.
They've yet to get the full
conveniently.
range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning.
Yeah, those
it's a
actually
fair bet
were
this wedge they've sent down is
the
just
4
the
monsters
beginning.
they showed in that second
Even
opening
now,
that
they're
played.
stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
There was the giant bird that I said I wasn't going to be fighting. There was a brain. There was a giant slime, and then a fire monster that we've already seen, actually. Epic. A lot of things have happened. We stabbed the edgelord. Alamau showed up and ruined everything. And now the Renans in space are trying to give the planet a fatal suck. You know, gotta be honest, DDP. Not sure today. I have spent the entire day playing Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. Like, while the Russians have been busy killing other Russians that they call a different name, I've been busy killing a lot of Chinese people.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Yeah, remember that one dead end I looked at and I said there's nothing here, it doesn't matter? Also, look at that.
Senses something.
Yeah, I think that's gonna freak out some people.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
No. Also, yeah, I didn't come back and explore here yet and find the owl here. I don't actually care all that much.
There.
Some of the more, like, story-focused ones, you could probably get away with, the spin-offs. But for the most part, not really. And I say that knowing full well that I've streamed 2 of them. Although one of them was, I did describe it as a stream as a punishment. So you got bad English in OC Furries. And yeah, basically, Epic, that's what's going on.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so
Cool.
damn dramatic.
Interrupting my goddamn attack, but not the health drain.
The enemy wields armor.
They're all coming after me!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! No chance!
Not in your dreams!
Scarlet Alpha! You
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I can carve through!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
We need to be careful. With the blazing sword.
Astral energy! Full throttle! What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia.
That would be really convenient.
Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Also, yeah, because we're in the
Let's go.
second half of the game here. Some of the like mid-battle banter between the party members, with Alphen and Xion, it's basically just flirting. But from 2 autists who don't really know how to flirt.
I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out. Like our old weapons we're not using anymore.
Oh, this is just a
We must
conversation you
be
get if your
in pretty
inventory is
bad
full of
shape by
shit.
now.
No way.
I don't bother selling gear in this game.
If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little.
Old weapons
You
at
can
least
trust
have a
me
use
on
as
that
crafting
one.
materials.
Well,
Old
what about
armor
all
is
these
just for
dumb old
selling, really.
antiques we're lugging around. If we sell those off,
I'm
that
just
should
lazy
lighten
and
our
don't need
load.
the money.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure, filled with memories.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I don't think so. That was one thing I didn't do, is I didn't get every skit.
Tell
I was
me,
missing
Alphen,
like
Wherever
30.
did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was
Of, like,
wondering the same
500.
thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer.
Oh look, an explanation of why you can fight.
Looking back, it
Just
wasn't
before he
all
was
that
kidnapped, he
different
was a
from being
soldier.
slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword
Yeah,
arts?
like teleporting and a fire
There's
sword.
a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler.
There
Only
usually
to end
is
up turning
blind.
my
I just
sword on
don't.
the ruling class altogether.
I don't know for sure in this game.
Pretty ironic when you think about
Like
it.
I know in
I
Vesperia, for
apologize if I
example,
dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
there's a skit for not
No,
using an
we're
apple
good.
gel
Shouldn't
within the
have
first
now.
act.
All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause
And
now.
the skit is
It's
basically
not all bad.
just
I suppose this is what people mean
the
when
party
they say
members
that every
yelling at
cloud
Yuri
has
for
its
being too
silver
stingy.
lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True
Nope,
enough.
no control at
I will
all
stop
here.
worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
For anything.
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than
No,
total
Scoops.
subjugation.
Unfortunately, you just have to wait until the camera decides to focus on the womb tattoo instead. Which, again, was not expecting that, but it was a welcome surprise.
What's with that shining foe over there?
Glowy monkey.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Here I come!
Sleep now.
I'll take you all on!
Magic is there. Here's a healing. Are those arms even natural? Sleep now. I'm gone.
Be still! Mirage!
Radiant.
We did it! My turn!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Elfin, this
Yes,
is how
well,
fucking dense you are.
What concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegus as we make our way along this
You're so
tunnel.
dense that even Dohalim is pointing it out
You're
to
saying
you.
it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from.
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle
Hey, that's not what she
Delpharis.
was wearing.
I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Yes, Shion is hiding something from us. That much is clear. There's something weird about her. It's so apparent that even the party massive autist can realize.
Go no further. Going.
Here I come!
Corruption.
Look sharp! Swallow blade!
By the power of water. Celestial hammer. I can make it rain. The astral energy.
Say no more! That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
It's obvious that people
Nope.
used to go through here in order to get to
And
the
we
other
won't
realm.
blind. Just ever.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it.
Also, these are boomies.
Break it! This one's tough!
Freezing storm! Anything in armor is all mine!
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain
They
Alpha!
may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Recover! Falling storm!
Got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Piercing roar!
Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance! My turn!
Going in!
No escape!
Slag assault!
Dragon Swarm!
Astral energy. Full throttle.
Also, Zess, yes, she's technically hiding those, but she's not hiding one of them very well.
Right in shiny mood.
Gotta break through!
Where are you going? Primed and ready!
Here I come!
Hurricane
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Wielding art?
You're on!
Now I've seen everything.
Not on my watch!
Flying free! Look at me just sit still!
Lucia, can you take care of that?
Right here!
No sooner said than done.
Tear!
This one's mine!
My turn!
Hurricane strike!
May a thousand gales
Going in!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back. Take this!
Here!
Crush! Soaring Light
Hurricane
Spear!
strike!
Stardust!
Make it rain!
All yours, Kisara. This could be useful.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's
convenient.
forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
They were hiding the most important thing, the ability to make burger.
Plenty to go around.
Carry it in
No
red.
escape!
None
No escape! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Be careful, everyone!
Make it rain!
This Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice
We
technique!
managed to turn the tide.
For now. But things could
Sounds like a
shift at a
job for
moment's
you.
notice.
Truly. You're right. Better stay
Make
alert.
it rain!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Well, that's for the best, because it's a dress, it's not for you.
That's no ordinary enemy.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist. Hold on to your arms. Here I come.
No escape!
Illuminate the dark. We managed to turn the tide.
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
No escape! Lunar
Make it
Rondo!
go!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
Do it. Frozen.
Hammer!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
Not weekly, but every now and again. It's every, like, month or so when I remember. I'll send in a new, ban appeal, and then, without fail, every couple weeks, YouTube will send me an email back telling me to fuck myself.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You're mine!
Go in!
This ends now.
now!
Consider yourself finished. Not a chance.
Going in! Am I on a roller?
I would like that account back. There's a lot of videos on it.
This'll make us even more formidable.
And not even just the streams. There was a lot of, like some invitationals I did that aren't backed up anywhere else. Like, a day of Wrestle Cup 7 is lost because I lost that channel.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
That's an
Not as far as
impressive
I'm aware. That said, it has
deduction
become
from somebody who
evident since
can't
the
see.
forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Well, yes, it's fine if it's a fun invitational.
Why's that?
The
Like,
people on
I've
Lenegus
gone
may
back
have
and
plenty of
rewatched a
resources
bunch
at
of
their
VR
disposal.
League 3
Not even
matches.
they could prepare something like that in a mere
Specifically the
month.
Retro by the Way
Something
games.
of that magnitude takes considerable time.
Because goddamn are
as
those
well as
games
a
fun.
predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
Honestly, just that first
So
game against
Shion's
MGS
thorns
was
are
perfect.
dark astral energy.
That's all I needed, and then the team kept winning, which is even better.
Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, I know where all of
but
them
it
landed,
seemed
but
like
I
those
don't care.
lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has
Oh,
anything
Yuts,
to
it's
do with
adorable
the
that you
wedge,
think Xenoblade's the
then
only
what
game
could
that
that
does
light-
that.
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the two of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you two. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Alguin, world trees have been a thing since Norse mythology, which Japan fucking loves for some reason. Hell, in the fucking, like, 8 Dragon Quest games it shows up, and it's even called Yggdrasil. Also, I'm slightly over-leveled for where I need to be right now, so I'm gonna run by some stuff.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
THQ Nordic on their own don't make games. They
Yeah.
buy companies that make games.
Close.
You wanna play?
Come at me! Here's evil!
Try this! Infernal turret! We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Make your break!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
Damn. I want this chest.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
You're mine! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Make it break!
Astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I get
Gotta break through. Can't get out of
far
this.
beyond the darkest sky.
Here I come.
Piercing
roll.
Dragon Swarm!
Get behind me!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
What the hell is going on?
Fall back, Alphen. We'll take point here.
Airborne Phoenix. Trying to impose on me.
Hurricane strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Divine strength!
Make it break!
This one's
The
mine.
enemy wields arc too.
You'll soon see about that.
Blue escape!
Annihilation!
Make it break!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
And here, the world finally loops back on itself. Remember that drawbridge we saw that was raised when we left Cyslodia? Probably not, because that was a fucking month and a half ago.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
There's something. Something I don't need. Perfect.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there? My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
I saved
Did
you,
say
like,
Alphen?
2 months ago.
Slap me silly. It really is you.
Hello, generic-looking man who took
Forgetting
over.
someone?
Rinwell. Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky?
I don't know why they don't bother introducing this guy again when he looks so fucking generic. This was the second in command of their resistance, who didn't
That's what
turn
we're
out to
trying
be a
figure out
lord.
ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
Yeah, we're finally gonna go back and talk to some of those old NPCs
I
to
had
have
an
them help
inkling
out
that's
in
why you'd come back.
Ganath-Haros.
As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganath-Haros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Scoops, you
Yeah,
do
I
know
think
that
that's
is a
something
word
only you
that
guys
doesn't
can handle.
exclusively refer to Squid
Speaking of
Kids,
which,
right?
that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat.
Okay, as long as
We're
you
about to go
understand.
look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
Oh, it broke.
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion.
Well, why would you
Still,
care
I
about
dare
boats
say
if you
there
can
should
fly?
be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
We'll do the seeing law,
All I
not
know is
you.
we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganath-Haros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganath-Haros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Lagiel, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
It's freezing.
It's always like this in Cyslodia.
Menancia was most fortunate, I see.
Oh, right, this is their first time here, technically. Also, it's probably colder for Kisara, because I don't let her wear clothes.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
There's one side quest I want to keep coming back to Cyslodia to find. It might actually only spawn at the very end of the game, but I want to see if I can get it beforehand. It's a side quest that I know chat will enjoy very much.
Let's see what's going on around.
Not only is it a Tales
Yeah,
staple, it's a
There might be
JRPG
someone who
staple.
could use our help.
Huh? You? Yeah. Could that be...
Also, this is Law's friend. They communicate only through noises, not full words.
What the hell?
Scoops, we've been over this. And don't worry, it's not just yet. I'm pretty sure it's only at the very end of the game.
Come on. Again? I'm skeptical. Maybe if we use that. You did it! Calm down, dude. Let's hurry.
I don't actually remember what the side quest is.
What language was that? Lawese?
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
understand a word of it.
Yeah, most of the time side quests are just fight the big thing. Also, there's side quests everywhere we could go look at now. Well, bunch of places. But, more importantly, been a while, let's go look at the owls. Yeah, Scoops, you say that, but who are you really spiting in
Sorry
that
about
situation?
That was Patvo, an old friend of mine. He's like a little bro to me. There's a Zoogle on the loose that he couldn't finish off. Want to help deal with it?
Another? Well, I guess it can't be helped.
Yeah, she said the Japanese thing, it can't be helped. This is just all the recolors, basically, that I already have.
Looks like we got another reward.
Huda looks like he's
realize
wearing
that so many
sunglasses.
still remained.
Look at him.
Danon owls truly are majestic.
I wish I could give
indeed.
Hoodle sunglasses.
I thought the Danon owls had all but died out myself. That's what I get for making assumptions.
Just so we're clear, this place is supposed to be a secret.
Yes, I'm aware. Places like these should be kept out of the public eye.
It's a pity, though. With proper training, they could be made into a magnificent chorus.
What are they hooting about now?
Alphen and Xion can interpret for us, right?
Huh? Oh, no, I mean, it was just a lucky guess last time.
Yeah?
Look how
Maybe
fucking
you'll be
smug
lucky
that Rinwell
twice.
is.
Go on, give it a shot.
Really? Well, if you say so. Let's see. Listen to them. Are they really up to the task?
What do you mean? You're the one who put them in charge.
It's my responsibility to protect our friends.
Stop trying to take everything upon yourself.
This is what the owls are saying?
Of course.
I must say, though, we've found quite a number of owls. It's a testament to how much you care for Hootle, Rinwell.
I wonder which branch Hootle will perch on.
Rinwell?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. Well, come on. The perches are only half filled. We've got to find the rest of the owls.
Do we? Alright, well, we could do another tour of the world and go look for side quests, or we could just move on with the story, which I think I have about half an hour left, so I should be able to get the next story beat done. We need a ship, so we'll come to the place where ships are.
We finally made it.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
I think I don't care.
Let's see what they have to say.
Hey, look, this guy lived.
Well, if it ain't the blazing sword,
We haven't seen him since the since the ship sank.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're
Also
still
later,
alive.
Bulk.
Of course I am.
If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard.
I
Glad to see
think
you're
so,
okay.
Blind. I think it's unlocked
Sorry
now.
we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
Look, the rest of the world is learning
So
to
they
be
did the
less
work
racist while we
themselves.
weren't around.
Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
Actually, before we do this, because my food thing's almost done, I am going to just go teleport to a camp really quick and eat something.
That was quite the little adventure.
Do you know
we
what the
went
best
on.
part about that is, Scoops? You could be talking about any three of them. Any of the three of the women you could be talking about right now, and it would make sense.
Oh, that's a good way to stay thrifty.
Alright, haven't missed any of those.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Do you mind if we chat a bit?
I might actually do these off stream
There's something I never thought I'd hear
if
you say.
like just to get them done.
Remember when we talked about what it was like for me growing up? Well, I thought it only fair that I also get to ask what you were like as a child.
My childhood? Maybe you missed the memo that was going around, but I can't remember anything of my past.
I know. Just whatever you can remember. There's gotta be something, right?
Let me think. Well, have I ever told you about my army days? Back when I used to serve under a Danan master?
Yeah, but that must have been after you were already grown up, right? Do you happen to remember anything from back when you were younger?
Actually, I remember I had a kid with me.
You had a kid?
No, of course not. The child's father was another soldier. Back in those days, we risked our lives for a master we'd never even seen. We just fought for them and didn't even question it. When that kid's dad died and I saw them sitting there crying, I felt this bitter, indescribable feeling. It was like I was drinking something toxic that I knew I shouldn't, but couldn't stop. It was strange. I never understood why I reacted like that. Soldiers died every day. It wasn't anything new.
What it tells me is that deep down, you were the same man then as you are now. You've never been able to accept injustice in the world.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to embarrass me. I wonder whatever happened to that master and poor kid. Not that there's any way of knowing now. You know, I just remembered that kid was good at sewing dolls. They gave me one once. As a good luck charm to protect me.
Dolls? I'm looking forward to breakfast.
Of course you are, you fat fuck.
Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
We finally made it.
Oh, so yeah, stuff hasn't started really yet, so we just have this as the picture for the pause menu. Wasn't sure if I showed that yet. Yeah, this place looks pretty cool.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
Yeah, log. That seeing
Didn't
thing, that's
expect
the
journey
problem
to go
for you.
so smoothly. I figured the Renans would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
We actually have seen something like it before.
It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure
In
for that matter.
Alphen's flashback where we saw the
weird.
stuff with the
It doesn't
Sovereign
feel like the
and
kind
the
of thing
ritual
that
they
has
were doing,
people inside either.
the room they were in had
Yeah,
architecture
it's
very
definitely
similar to
something
this.
creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards.
Yeah, I
If we
can
wish to
fucking
follow
tell,
it,
Dohalim.
We'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell, you alright there?
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
So remember there was a skit where she talked about, like, she could sort of talk
You
to
okay?
astral energy?
What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
I mean, we could just punch this thing really hard and try and break it. We haven't tried that yet.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Law, you idiot.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.
Also, yes, these people are terrible at names, so this place is just going to be called The Wedge for the rest of the game. And I think it's going to have an introduction to my least favorite enemy. I don't know, like, I on the spot couldn't think of a better name, but the wedge just sounds kind of lame.
Unusual as the exterior.
Also, here's a fucking teleporter.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegus, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's with this place?
Yeah, it's all twisty and lumpy. Whatever it's all for, I'm stumped.
And here's some red vines you can climb that function identically to leaves. Not these guys. These guys are fine. The dual blades kind of suck, but...
In a vine,
Sparkling stars of light.
Tiger Blade! Dragon Swarm!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
Bird! Think you can fly? Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate annihilation.
I can carve through orbit! Make it rain!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Got
Well done.
I'm not done! You're finished!
Dragon
Sword Rain out! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
I mean, out of all of the references so far, Zen is the most accurate.
I still got a ways to go.
That equipment should come in handy.
Guess I misread the landing.
I'll do my best.
Take this! Strike!
Radiant
You're finished! Try harder!
Oh, violent guardian. Whatever you do, just stay away from the force.
Ah! Dragon Swarm!
Get behind me.
Sword Rain Alpha! Dazzle! I'll burn it all! Ah! Flaming Pillar! Fire! My turn! I'm not done! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Showtime.
Shockwave Blast! Dazzle!
Do it.
Here I come!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Got it!
Well done.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Yeah, shut up. Don't care. Into the weird alien butthole.
This is all Dana's astral energy.
Are you saying the Renans are funneling it through here to send to Lenegus?
Sure looks like it. We have to put a stop to it.
Don't need that.
quickly.
I was pretty sure the new enemy would show up in here. I think it does later.
Here I come! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! We got fire!
I've got this. Let him marksman
Sword
handle
Rain
it.
Alpha! All yours! Lure 'em off! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Raging annihilation.
Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Going in.
You're mine!
Freezing storm, hurricane strike.
Take this!
I'm
not done! It's over! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Make it rain.
Kisara! Commander of
I mean, we already fought the tentacle vine things. Like, that's what the ropers are there for. And the enemy I'm talking about that annoys the hell out of me,
This seems strange.
it's because they're giant,
it
like,
should
boss
be among
enemies,
creatures you'd find in a forest.
but they,
I don't need to hear that.
always come in pairs.
Gotta be
But because they're the
man-made,
giant boss
Or
enemies, they
so.
don't
Will
stun.
not be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
Also, their design is just lame. because it's stolen.
I'll do my best.
See these things. These are weird tentacle monsters. They're called ropers.
Like moths to the flame.
This one's gonna be tough. Swordblade Alpha! I'm not done! Lunarongo! Soaring Light Spear! Not today!
Make it ready!
Ikara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
I'm not
Not
done!
by a long shot.
No escape! Slash!
More with
Shockblade Flash!
Into the shadows!
Dazzle!
Back in
Mirage!
fray!
Switch to offense. Make it rain.
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Wow. Look what I just found.
Also, the boss of this area, if I get to it today, is also just a giant tentacle monster. Why are there gels in here?
Guess I misread the landing.
Yes, I do. I wasn't sure exactly how much I'd be able to get into this, so...
This place definitely isn't easy to navigate. That's for sure.
I doubt this structure was conceived with the ease of people's movement in mind.
Yeah. We've been seeing nothing but Zoogle nests.
It's almost as if we're inside an incredibly immense spirit vessel of some sort.
A spirit vessel? If that's the case, then that would make Lenegis the master core that's receiving all the astral energy.
Not exactly.
Hey, have you heard
Lenegis
that
was floating
voice
like a
again
moon,
since we came
but
in here?
it transformed into a
So
laser.
now you believe me.
I never said I didn't believe you.
The further in we go, the stronger the voice gets.
Is that a sign we're going the right way then?
Where's this voice coming from? Can you tell?
Yeah, kind of. I hear it inside me, but I feel like it's also coming from every direction around us. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's surrounding me.
Surrounding, huh?
Considering astral energy is involved, it's not that unusual.
Right.
I think
but
Rinwell
it's
might
not
just be
scary
crazy.
or anything. Listening to it is really soothing.
I think
If
she
you
might be
so,
crazy.
Just promise you'll say something if the voice gets too clingy or anything.
I promise.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Hi, losers. I need to look at the accessories. I set up accessories for most of the party a while ago and then just never touched them. I should probably look at that again.
I can carve through armor! You're mine! Try harder! My turn! It's over! It's on! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha! Be still! Ignite!
Do it! Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Now! Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Step back! This one's all law!
Maybe it's time I try on something new.
No, you are not changing your costume just yet. Sure. Fuck. Just going to run past you. I mean, that outfit does exist, but YouTube, so that's not happening. There is a point where I'll eventually give Xion a new outfit, but it's not for a while.
Not today!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition!
Here I come!
Searing Flame!
Hurricane Forest!
Just was a doctor. I'll heal you all.
Take this! I'm not done! Strike!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. Do better. Try this! Try harder! Not
Make it
again.
rain!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
I should really go grab like the mod page again and post the other pictures of it.
Day's work.
Show you the versions of the costume I can't use. Eh, matter. Here's a teleporter. Go away, tentacle monsters. I don't want to deal with you right now.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
Yes, actually, in a side quest that I might not do because it's post-game.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Or it's like, it's at the very end of the game. I might if I remember at the end of the game, but... It has an extra boss fight, too, that's also leveled for, like, post-game. So it's a bit of a pain.
Feeling so hot.
Take it easy. You'll hurt yourself.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
I'm not prepared to be sealed!
Dragon
Hear my
Swarm!
call.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Glacial Spear. Now, here's Shield. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
All disasters may one. Come forth, a hero
No
of
escape!
purity.
Luna Rondo! Soaring Light Spear! You're mine!
Make it
Really?
rain!
This one's got your name on it.
Action to action!
Alright, so yes, did the fruit thing to her brother, like, that sounds gay. Does it make it sound more or less gay if you add the extra qualifier of, how it turned him into an off-white puddle? Oh, I see him. There we are. This is what I wanted to get at least to the end, before the end of the stream. The enemies I've been moaning about for the entire game.
Crazy cascade.
Be still!
Let's get you out.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Here I come! No escape! Soaring Light!
Lightning orb. What would I do without you?
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Shut up, Law, it doesn't matter. Hey guys, do you like Dark Souls? How do you feel about the Asylum Demon? Here's 2 of them.
An opponent like this should be easy.
It'll body slam us into next week.
Dragon Swarm!
Here, blazing hell.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Blah, blah, blah.
Dazzle! I'll burn it all! Flaming Pillar! Fire!
Like, yeah, it's got extra, like, spiky bits on it. It's just it's just 2 asylum demons. That's all it is. Whose fucking idea was this?
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flares of Malika! Piercing This one's all mine! Here I go! Try harder! I'm not... You're mine! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Be still! Great! Time to let it rip!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Astral energy!
Oh, cool. We somehow killed them at the same time.
I feel
So, that boss actually, because it's in pairs, if you don't kill them at the same time, the one you didn't kill goes into a rage mode and stuns even less and does even more damage. That's why I fucking hate those things. Also, Alguin, I considered that mod actually not for Xion, because I had this already set up for Xion. I considered it for Kisara. But... Look at Kisara's butt. No, it changes Kisara's weapon, too. It changes the mace model to be sword, and it hides the shield model. And I didn't want either of those. I like the mace, and I like the shield.
Looks like some solid equipment.
The only times they have it in front of plot stuff are the tutorials for, like, what they are. For the rest of the game, it's optional stuff only. Yeah, I deliberately chose to not use that, Alguin. Don't worry. Anyway. I showed the fucking asylum demons, so we got what I've been bitching about the entire time out of the way. We definitely don't have enough time to keep climbing and get more story scenes, so I'm gonna call it here. We'll pick this back up next Tuesday in basically this exact spot. I'll leave and go do other stuff, like in-game. I'll go grind and do some side quests maybe, but I'll be able to pick the stream back up here. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for watching. Reminder, as always, the Doise is a bitch for quitting Radiant Historia and the Akaza Marathon. And I'll see you all later.